Welcome.
You're now locked into another episode.
Let's go!
Of the Bear and Tails podcast, bringing you your weekly injection of gaming.
Let's go!
Content creation and overall nonsense.
What just fucking happened, bro?
Coming straight from their live streams on Twitch to your headphones at home.
Big time energy.
Let's go!
Let's begin.
Dude, I'm gonna keep eating them. I need to get these Skittles off of my fucking desk. I'm gonna keep eating them. I can't help it.
If you guys don't know, Tails is just munching away at Skittles here nonstop.
You know why? You know why though? Listen,
I'm ready.
It's fucking true, okay?
I don't know what that means.
One of my moderators said that there's a study out there that if you close your eyes and you pick up and you open a box of a bag of Skittles and you eat a Skittle, you will not be able to guess the flavor of it. Or you won't be able to guess what color it is. Because they say that even though Skittles are different colors, they all taste the same, but because your brain sees the color, you taste that color that you see. So you see grape, you see purple, you see grape, you taste the grape in it. If you see red, you think of cherry or whatever this is, you taste that when you see it. So if you close your eyes, so I did it on stream, and I kept fucking up. I was like, there's no way I will not be able to get grape. And I was like, there's no fucking way, dude. I know what grape tastes like. I know what it is. It's a grape flavor. I fucking had a red or like a green in my mouth, and I was like, this is grape. Absolutely. Took it out. It wasn't fucking... I was all over the place. You can't eat them beforehand. You have to wait. You just open up a fresh bag. Do it. I'm telling you. I was just like, I was blown away.
These are the scientific studies happening out on Tails podcast.
It's crazy. Fucking crazy, bro. All I'm saying, I was like, that's not true. That's not real. They have all the flavors in one Skittle. So like when you see the color, you taste that flavor, but it's all of them in there.
How many Skittles do you have in front of you right now?
Like the whole bag is broken and on my on my fucking desk. And I'm just sitting here picking away at them. And I worked out today, and I'm really trying to cut sugar out. So fuck you, Skittles.
You guys, welcome to the Bear and Tails podcast. I'm Bad Bear Gamer. With me, as always, is my Skittle-eating co-host, Sweet Tails.
Can I just say one other thing? Totally random, by the way.
You put the Skittles away and pick up the licorice? What are we doing here? What is this?
It's a Twizzler. I got a Twizzler now. I have ADHD and like OCD. Like I need to like be fixated. My mouth needs to be fixated on something. I need to be like chewing or like sucking on something, like or eating it. You know.
How many Buenos do you have left?
They're gone.
You ate the whole box of Buenos?
They're gone. They're gone. See ya.
You got like an industrial pack of the white chocolate Buenos and you ate them all.
Good, dude. You know what the crazy thing is? I think they're starting to get popular. And you know what? Maybe it's because my clip went viral. Who fucking knows? I'm just kidding. That was so cringy for me to say. I saw the first ever Buenos commercial on TV. I've never seen it before. And it was a lady. She was like eating the creamy center. This is very sexual. I'm sorry.
I have ADD. I need things in my mouth with the creamy center. Tails!
No, but I saw the first commercial ever. I've never seen that commercial before.
I've never seen a Buenos commercial.
First one ever.
I finally got the white chocolate ones. We can talk about that real quick because I've had the original ones. I agree with you. They're a phenomenal candy bar. And then I got the white chocolate ones they're at the gas station. They're pretty damn good.
Listen, there's a dark chocolate one too. I haven't tried it, so I'm going to try it for TikTok because everyone's like, try the dark chocolate one.
My top candy right now is Sweet Tart Ropes, where they have the sweet tart mixture in the middle. They're phenomenal. It's the best candy in the world. Best candy.
Or what about the ropes that have the nerds on it?
I've seen those too. Those are pretty good. But if you haven't had the sweet tart, next time you're at the gas station, just find that little pack, Sweet Tart Ropes, and say, Bear told me about these. I'm gonna try these.
I'd rather just go on Amazon and buy an industrial pack of a candy I've never tried before, like Buenos. Can I just say something totally random?
I mean, sure.
Does this ever happen to you?
No.
Does it ever smell salty to you after it rains sometimes?
No.
You've never... Okay. So
rain has a distinct smell. I guess I've never like associated it with salt. I'll put it that way. But
No. Like ocean smell. You don't live near an ocean, do you?
No, you do.
Yeah, I do. Sometimes when it rains, it smells salty after because it's this ocean water or whatever. And it fucking smells like a freaking dirty ass vajayjay right now, and I'm gonna throw up.
Well, let me go ahead and tell you, we don't get a lot of the dirty ass vajayjay smells here in Minnesota. That usually cuts off right around Wisconsin. They love that smell, so they take it all in anyways. Guys, thanks for being here. Wait
a second. Mother Nature hates me.
Why?
She just does. She don't like me. I've called her multiple times, cussing her out to tell her to stop it with this fucking weather shit. She needs to fucking figure this shit out.
You chose the wrong mother. I got Mother Goose on my side. Me and Mother Goose, tight as a fiddle. I don't know what this is.
What benefits do you get out of that one, though?
A lot of rhymes. I get to sleep pretty easily. Old Mother Goose.
You know, I rather prefer Mother Nature. Thank you.
Hey, listen. Well, apparently she's a bitch to you. So
does your Mother Goose? That's fucking weird to say, Bear. Does she have nice honkers?
You're so fucking proud of yourself.
All right, we can get into it now.
Let's get into a review. Let's skip over to this.
What did you write?
It must be a good review.
Hey, what did you write? Is it bad?
And now, a review from you.
You're so fucking proud of yourself.
I am, because I love honkers. All right, review today, guys, is from Autumn. I love Autumn. It's my favorite season, by the way.
I love fall.
Yeah, same thing.
No.
Fall, autumn.
No.
Actually, you call it fall, though. You don't say autumn. Autumn is more of like a person's name now, more than just saying, what's your favorite season? Oh, I love autumn. No one says
that
autumn
makes you
anymore.
sound so either fancy or
bougie.
pretentious. Yeah, I don't know which one's which.
Hey, my favorite season is autumn.
But Autumn gave us this review.
In May. All right, Autumn, we love you. Title, something you never knew you needed. Her comment is, Bear and Tails are such genuine people who are all about their community. Lots of laughs, lots of fun, and more importantly, they are real. They are real people doing their best to give you such awesome content. I love listening to this podcast while I'm cleaning, doing homework, working, and just chilling because you literally feel like you're just having a good time with them. This is the first time I have ever done a review like this because it's such a good podcast. Love it, guys. Wow!
I fucking love it. Autumn.
Wow!
Here's what I love about
like
that. That's
such
genuine.
An amazing review.
Amazing review. It's so genuine, which I freaking like. And the good news is,
hold on. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna say the good news is that we are real. We are real people.
This is the thing, though. Did she write the review after the Butthole podcast, or did she write it after the Butthole podcast? Because maybe last podcast, I don't know. Maybe people are going to think we're too real here. Because
I got a lot of comments about it. I got a lot of comments talking about we need more stories of the locker room talk. And I was like, listen, I cannot share the indecency stories of football locker rooms. It is what it is.
I want to know about it, though.
I'm sure you do with your Skittles and your licorice.
I'm eating a fucking Skittle right
now. You're gonna go through the whole damn bag by the end of this.
Oh my god, where's my? I need
a noise. I need a noise. Oh my gosh, is this gonna pick up on this? 1 second. Let me see if this picks up on the podcast sound. Let me see.
See if it works.
Yep, it does. You're not gonna be able to hear it. That's fine. It's just a bell, and I'm gonna ring it every single time you eat a Skittle. So from here on out, everyone's gonna know. And I'm not gonna tell you that I'm doing it. I'm just gonna ring it.
Okay, great, fan. I'm gonna stop now. Watch. I'm just eating coffee.
You're gonna do great.
Coffee.
You're gonna do great.
All right.
What's going on with you? How are things over the last week?
Awesome. G Fuel announcement. That was super exciting.
Super hype. Congratulations. So walk me through this.
Yeah.
Because when you and I first met, you were pretty big on you don't do a lot of like supplement stuff and caffeine stuff because that's not a big part of you.
Yes, exactly. And I was very anti energy drink, right? So this year is when I started drinking coffee. So I still drink coffee. I love coffee. The reason why is because I had such a bad taste in my mouth is because I've been approached in the past from energy drink companies back when I was first starting to grow, and I thought it was such like a scam. Like
big name ones or smaller ones?
Both.
Okay.
Both. You know what I mean? Like, but more of like a partner thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not looking to do that. I know what value I bring, but it's really hard to get sponsored when you are smaller. Now, let's just go over this, guys. There's a difference between a partnership and a sponsorship. A sponsorship is paid. a partnership is not, whether you probably get commission off of people using your code, but it's not. There's a difference.
Big time.
But loosely, you know, it depends. Sometimes people say sponsored when they aren't getting paid. It depends. Whatever. Regardless of that, I just knew that also anytime I put my name on anything, I need to make sure that I 100% back it. So, you know, G Fuel has always obviously been on my radar. It's one of the, if not the biggest freaking energy drink company out there, right? And I'm going to be 100% transparent. They've approached me in the past and I've passed because I've never had it before. And I was like, I didn't know how I felt about it. And this is me being 100% transparent with you guys because I think it's important because I want you guys to know where I'm coming from because a lot of you guys are small streamers and you guys might be going through the same thing. So I'm at a point where I've grown so much that finally I felt like, I mean, this is with all of the people that have approached me in regards to sponsorships or linking up with their company, you know, with their brand or whatever. I finally feel like I'm starting to be valued. I'm being seen as I do have value, you know, because I am growing so much. I do have it. And when you've worked so hard to get to a point where you've grown so much, you start to have standards for yourself and what you expect. Because this is what I can do. And I know I can do it. I have an amazing community. I have so many awesome things. And I've worked my ass off to get to this point. So we finally linked up. And I told him, before I do anything, I need to try the product. Because I've never had G Fuel. It doesn't come down to money for me, honestly. Like, it comes down to me putting my name on something that I 100% can back.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people back G Fuel, you know, so I know there's a lot of people that have codes out there. So I was like, let me, you know, I don't want to be just another person doing this. I want to really genuinely see how I like it. So they sent me some stuff and I tried it. And I'm telling you right now, I genuinely enjoyed the rush that I got.
I got so many messages. I got so many of people who are in between our communities and, like, you know, cross community. They're members of both. Message me and be like, I was getting personal text messages from people being like, Tails is drinking G Fuel. You need to get in here now.
Listen, but the thing is it aligns with who I am. I'm all about energy and bringing it together. And so it just worked out and it was great. I felt like, you know, I'm valued and they went above and beyond with me. I feel like I'm not just another number. And I think it's so important, especially as a smaller streamer growing, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're not just feeling like you're another number. Don't let them take advantage of you. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. You need to feel important.
And you need to value your brand. You need to value your brand.
And they see that and they did. And they love it. I mean, you know, so we worked it out. So I'm officially sponsored by them, which I'm so happy. And I genuinely enjoy the product. I mean, we did our giveaway stream last week and I was on cloud fucking 9 the whole time because I was drinking G Fuel. I had so much fucking energy. And for me, I'm not, by the way, I'm just saying this really quickly and then I'll stop. And we can talk about something else. I'm not sitting here saying chug G Fuel. I am not a person that will chug G Fuel. I have to drink it slowly because my body's very sensitive and am so tiny. For me, I take it slow and that's way it evens out throughout. You know what I mean? If you chug it and your body can take it, you're going to be off your fucking rocker. Does it work? Abso-fucking-lutely. It's insane. But after trying it and I didn't have a bad crash at all and it didn't mess with my stomach, I was like, okay, I can do this. So it worked out that way and I'm extremely happy. So I have my own I have my own code. It's Tails, TAILS. Do that at checkout. You get 30% off until today, actually. Oh, well, this podcast will come out Wednesday. I'm sorry. It's not 30% off anymore, but
you get a discount.
You still get a discount. It's 10% off, but you know, yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up though, because I know in the beginning of my career as a streamer, I was very anti in regards to the energy drink realm, because I think there's a lot of companies out there that take advantage of smaller content creators.
They do.
And that It's the truth.
Well, and we've talked about this in the past, right? And you brought this up, the difference between partnership and sponsorships. There's a lot of companies that want to throw you into partnership deals because you're doing their marketing for them. They don't have to pay you until the sale is made. So if you're a business and you're a company and I can get an employee to basically sell my product and I don't have to pay them anything until they make a sale, that's a win for me as a company. It doesn't matter if I pay them a commission. I don't have to spend up front, versus when you're in a sponsorship deal, that company truly does believe in you. That company is putting upfront capital into what the value of you, your person, your brand can offer, and everything that can come into play. I mean, it's big. And then
It definitely is.
Just got to be careful about it and be smart. And don't be afraid that when you're smaller to turn things away that don't feel right,
Exactly.
that you're not comfortable with. And don't lock into anything
Please.
long term.
Don't
Ever.
be afraid, guys, to turn things away. I turn down so much stuff because it just doesn't align, and I don't believe in it. It's not something that I want, like, don't be scared to do that, because don't just join and jump on a bandwagon because everyone else is doing it. Do what's good for you, and you need to think long term of your brand, period. And that's what I've always done. And
It's worked
look
out.
where it gets you.
I love it. We've been busy as a brain surgeon on this side of the house. We mentioned,
how are you doing?
So freaking good. It's been busy as shit. So we mentioned a couple weeks ago that we've been finalizing merch. Merch is officially set to launch for us on Friday, which I'm super stoked for. It's probably been a couple months in the working and all of that, which has been just great. But in reality, I just rang the bell again, by the way. In reality,
No! Oh, fuck me. Stop. Oh my God. I'm putting it back down. I'm not going to eat it now.
Skittle alert. But we got that going. It's really, really excited to be able to finally put all that together and to put that into motion. But the biggest news for me has been the E3 stuff. I mentioned last week that I was officially named as a E3 official creator. So,
Ooh, fancy. See, I can't do that shit, dude.
It's been busy.
I don't have the retention to fucking. I didn't watch any of E3. I just was like, guess what? You know what? I'm gonna see it on social media.
Yeah, I love it just because I'm such a nerd for it. You know what I mean? And reality is you have a company like let's say Ubisoft who gives an hour-long presentation, and reality 30% of it is valuable. That means 70% of it isn't.
What was the name of the company?
Ubisoft. But last time I said Ubisoft and you lost your mind.
No, it's Ubisoft.
No, it's not. It's Ubisoft.
It's Ubi with a Y?
It's UBI. They pronounce it Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Wait, how do you pronounce it?
It's pronounced like you as in Ubisoft. But it's you're spelling it right. Yeah, it's Ubisoft.
What's soft? What?
Ubisoft. Ubisoft in these streets.
I will always be soft in these streets.
Tails has no street cred. She's soft.
So are we gonna talk about the phone call I got the other night with Marbies?
Let's talk. Yeah, we can talk about that because you guys, today we're going to spend a lot of time diving into the E3 stuff. We'll talk about some of our favorite moments. Again, Tails hasn't dived too much into it, so as I share some of this with her, if you guys haven't been keeping up with it, which I don't expect you guys to, because you're probably not in the industry like we are, you're going to get her cold reaction as much as you guys are probably going to hear it at the same time.
I don't know.
Which is going to be great.
I don't really know what happened, but yeah.
But it'd be great to get your 2 cents on some of the top things that have come out of it. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, let's talk about Marbles. Marbles is great.
I broke on my computer. It's broken, so I can't play it with my stream. I gotta fucking, you know what? I should download that shit and get that going.
So into this. So I joined on Friday last week. I got into my first game. I was doing.
You've never played Marbles before?
Nope.
Who the fuck are you, bro?
I was doing a collaboration with another content creator during the day or during the stream. When my stream ended, I raided over, and then he flipped over to Marbles when we were done with Warzone, and I was like, all right, I'll stick around for this. And I was like, yo, this is addictive.
You've never played Marbles before?
So then Sunday, I decided to pull it out for community night. And sure enough, yeah, we decided, let's call little old Tails over here and see if she wants to get in on a Marbles game.
Listen, this is the thing. I used to play Marbles all the time, and then it stopped working for my stream. I had to fix it, and I never did. But I raged so hard at it. Like, I rage at everything, right? But this, I raged so fucking hard because I hate losing. Yeah. So, like, we would run Marbies all the time, and I literally would go off the map every fucking time.
You got nicknames for it, Marbies.
Marbies, yeah. I've never won a game of Marbles. I've never made I've made top 10, like maybe 8, but I've never made like top 4. Like I fucking suck.
I got a dub.
You're lying.
I did. No, I got a dub yesterday.
I don't believe you. In case if you guys don't know, Marbles is an interactive game that you can play with your chat. Everyone can do ! play, and everyone gets their own marble. And then you go down this pathway and this marble course, and it's just random, like who wins, who loses. It just depends on how your marbles go through the course, and there's obstacles and stuff, and you just kind of watch it. But you all kind of like rage at each other, like fuck you, like it's you have no control of the marble, but you just fucking rage at each other.
It's a really good game.
I got a nice
really good game for any type of community night because it brings the community together. It's interactive. It's way more fun than it sounds. We did it, and our numbers, honestly, it was the highest viewed stream I had outside of the E3 stuff this week.
Because were you drunk?
I was drinking, but yeah, I mean, it was more just. You got people who stick around because they're involved in the stream, right? That's what we are always trying to do as content creators who are focused on our communities. How do we get people involved so that they feel a part of it? It directly allows them to participate in it. And it's entertainment fun. And I had people who literally were popping up because I don't know, you use OBS or you use Slob still?
I use Slobs.
Okay, so and Slobs had a recent update. I fucking love this update where it says if somebody's a first-time chatter, it pops up now. It's the smartest thing I've ever seen.
I haven't seen it yet.
So for me, now when somebody posts for the very first time, it pops up. There's a little notification next to their name that says first time chatter. It's the greatest thing ever.
I haven't seen it yet. I gotta.
I had people who were 6-month subscribers that were posting as first time chatters. So people who had just been in the background watching the stream, but never really participating, coming in and getting engaged and like speaking up. I got so many messages in the DM afterwards about how fun it was. You guys, if you're doing community nights,
this is what I'm trying to tell
you. Play marbles.
This is what I'm trying to tell you though, Bear, is that with your personality and like my personality, we thrive not necessarily in video games anymore. I'm not saying we don't thrive when we play video games because it's fun, but it's the other aspect that is what is so good. And that's what I've been trying to tell you in regards to, you know, what you're doing content-wise. I know you're very Warzone heavy, but you could really genuinely look into doing other stuff because you're fucking funny out even in Warzone, but outside of it and just doing stuff like that. And that's what people like. Like, I feel like that's genuinely why I've grown. Is because
marbles.
You know, I started playing Call of Duty. Marbles.
Yeah, continue.
and my awesome dad jokes.
and your. But I'm gonna save that. Go ahead.
No, what?
No. Finish your thought because this is a different subject that I need to talk about with you.
Okay. Cool. Okay. But all I'm saying is that it's just it really makes you evaluate and really think about the type of content you're putting out there and what people want to see.
Correct. I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
And there's a lot of value in the just chatting, in the goofing around, interacting, responding to people, and then doing more of the solo stuff where, you know, you can stop and talk to people and respond to questions and give your own commentary and things like that. What I was going to ask you, what the fuck are you doing to that Twizzler? What the fuck are you doing to that Twizzler? Did that Twizzler pay extra for that? What the fuck were you just... Yo! Tails! No! You fucking kid. You're dead. You're dying. You're not coming back. She's full on falling out of her chair. I'm stuck.
Oh my god, my fucking nipples! Ow! My boobs are so... I fucking... Wait. Okay. I can't fucking breathe. I'm alive. Oh my god. What just fucking happened? Okay.
Don't you dare put that Twizzler back in your mouth. You keep having it far away. Oh no.
Okay, we're done. Oh my god, I swear I was trying. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I just was like moving to the side, laughing so hard, and I just kind of went in between my chair and my hand. If you're listening to this, you should watch the YouTube video because it's very funny. Okay.
She was performing oral acts on this Twizzler is really what was going down.
No, I was not. I was eating my Twizzler the way I want to eat my Twizzler.
I was going to ask you, a few months ago, you and I talked about Crocs, and you said you never wear them. And now, Tails, I see you with them all the fucking time.
I wake up in the morning, I take my dog outside, Crocs. I wake up in the morning, go take a poop, Crocs. I wake up in the morning to go bring the trash can bins back from the road to my house, Crocs.
I see you with them all the time, and I was like, she's converted. She's in deep.
That was my first time in Home Depot. It was the first time I ever wore them out in public, and I didn't give a fuck.
You full on converted. You're in it. You're in Croc world. Are they camo?
Listen. No, I only have the black. They're only black, so they match. They're very simple.
I can't wait for you to get so many different colors and pairs, and then you'll realize you can get cute little pins that pin on them so you can decorate your Crocs.
That's what they're saying. I don't know if I'm a pin person, though. I guess it depends. Unless I can put little penises all over it, then I'm good.
Little eggplants. Hey, you want to know some other breaking news of things that happened? I got followed by a gigantic content creator on Twitter today.
Who?
Yeah, it was you. It only took us 9 months into our fucking friendship for you to follow me on Twitter. You piece of shit. I got this email. I got the update that goes, Tails is now following you. And I was like, wait, what?
Oh my God. No, listen. So listen, I'm not a big Twitter person. I don't follow a lot of people. I only follow the big main people. I didn't know. Stop it. Stop.
I'm writing in my notebook so people don't forget.
And I realized that I don't even know why. I just didn't follow you. So I saw it and I followed you. I don't follow a lot of people that I'm friends with on Twitter. I don't even think I follow some of my mods on Twitter.
It's unbelievable.
I'm sorry. I appreciate. Thank you. Thank you for not undervaluing my like 30,000 followers on Twitter that I only have.
Yeah, it's a small account. Quick question of the day comes from Michael W. out on Instagram. Michael wants to know if views weren't an issue and you were forced, I don't know what's going on with my eye, and you were forced to focus on one genre of games to specialize in moving forward, what would it be? So you literally could play whatever you want. It's not about views. It's not about, you get to play what the hell you want to play.
I love playing new games and reacting to them. Any fucking game. I would love to just be able to play not an FPS. I mean, FPS is great. That's fine. Away from that, though. Mm-hmm. Like, I would love to be able to play and react to games. That's it. Like Resident Evil that just came out. Like The Last of Us, like all these Spider-Man, and like all those kinds of games. I'd love to be able to just play those, and old games too, like the older, or like Tomb Raider that came out a couple years back, BioShock, and play all those without losing people. Just being able to be known as a game reviewer.
Yeah,
I would love that.
That'd be dope. Yeah, just doing full playthroughs
or DDR.
Did you see? Oh, nope. We got to talk about that. There's a new DDR coming. Or no, there's a new Just Dance coming. Sorry. Just Dance 2022.
Just Dance. Yeah.
Is not the same?
Not the same.
Got it.
It's not the same.
I don't know. For me, I think it would be, I loved multiplayer for I'm a big first-person shooter, as you know. I loved multiplayer, but multiplayer just doesn't get the views unless you play Search and Destroy, and I don't play Search and Destroy. But like, we used to go nights where we didn't lose in multiplayer.
Oh, you're right. I love fucking multiplayer. Yes.
And I just don't play
feeling.
it. I don't play it because it doesn't get views right now. Nobody wants to watch
I love that
hardcore
feeling.
Headquarters. You know what I mean? I
love multiplayer. If I was to do Call of Duty, you're so 100% right. I remember playing in teams and kicking ass and just multiplayer. And they're still competitive. You have comms, like telling people where. Like, I just remember the good days. I love multiplayer. It's just so high pace. And then when you're so right. You're so right. I would love to make it popular again.
I would. I think a good idea for a stream is you and I. Is your Cold War working now that you got the dual PC?
Yeah. You want to multiplayer it up? I'm fucking down.
You and I should jump into Prop Hunt together. I think you and I playing Prop Hunt and Cold War would be hilarious. In public,
we have to get our
public lobbies. I want to talk shit to other people. I want to talk shit to other people in public lobbies, you and me.
Yeah, let's do it this week. I'm fucking down, bro.
We'll fucking make it happen. All right, you guys, we got a lot of news to cover, some really good stuff, so let's get into it.
News.
I want to know everything.
I want to know everything. What's the news?
Now, it's time for News and Noteworth.
News and no word from around the
Yay!
league in regards to gaming and gaming and content creation. There we go. I got it. Let's start here. You guys, we're not going to shy away from some hot topics. There's been something that's been on my mind. I've been making some content about it. As a big-time Warzone player, obviously the World Series of Warzone caught my attention. It's going to be the biggest tournament that's ever been hosted, the biggest tournament that's ever been put on. $300,000 cash prize. And the way that it works is they named 5 kind of top tier captains that are at the tippy top, what are basically being claimed as the faces of Warzone. And then they have a bunch of squad leaders, which are basically like trio captains that these top captains will draft. So each captain's going to draft all these squad leaders to form their quote unquote teams. Those captains are Aiden, arguably the top controller player in the world. Tim
Absolutely.
the Tapman, arguably one of, maybe behind Nick Merckx only, the second biggest content creator in regards to Warzone content.
Plays it every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Nadeshot, the owner and creator of 100 Thieves, the fucking GOAT himself. I don't care if he still plays games. That's like Michael Jordan being invited to an all-star game. If he says yes, you take him. Swag, the future of FaZe for the younger generation who maybe doesn't relate to Nick Merckx because he's a little bit older. And then the Dan Dangler. Okay. Now, obviously, I got some beef with this. And I'm going to be very, very careful with the way that I approach this because here's what I want everybody to understand. Danny makes great content for her brand.
Absolutely.
She's been growing like a weed, not in a bad way, but growing her brand very successfully. She's building a great brand image. My beef with this situation has nothing to do with her personally, has nothing to do with the fact that she is a female. It is 100% based on when I stack her up with the other 4 names that I just mentioned, top tier Warzone competitors, and you tell me that she is going to be named as a face of the Warzone community. I got a beef with it. I got a problem with it.
Well, put it into perspective too. If my name was on it, let's just say I was put on it, you would feel the same exact way. True.
Yes, I agree. And
absolutely.
I'm 100% behind.
Exactly.
There's been a lot of people commenting saying, well, they just did it for the female vote. Or to have a female for diversity. And listen, actually, I'm in support of that. I think there needs to be more recognition towards females in the gaming community. So to at least give at least one spot to a female and say, listen, maybe there's males who are better in the tournament community, but we're going to really honor our female presence and give at least one spot to that. I'm fine with that. But there are even in Warzone more competitive females when it comes to that standpoint and people that I personally believe would do a better job representing the brand. She's got a 1-1 KD. She's got 38 wins. 38 wins.
That's it.
That's it. And she's been named as a captain to the World Series of Warzone. Now, if she was named...
Listen, again, I'll make this very, very clear. This is not attacking her personally and who she is, like in regards to her content. It comes down to if they named 4 other captains that were the same size as her, that were in the same exact boat and everything, but like, I mean, you're getting up there with some pretty. There's just, I think there are better qualified people out there that could be in that position. Again, but it's not. You have to be so careful because we're not here to bash other content creators and what they do, and that's not it. It's not it.
It's not against Danny in any way.
Saying no, it's not. And I'm sorry because it's going to come off like it is. I've got nothing against her at all whatsoever. She's doing her thing. She got very, very lucky, and she got into a lobby with Nick Merckx. That is just by chance, and she got very popular because of it. Do we all wish as small content or other content creators that we were random in a random lobby with a big streamer? Abso-fucking-lutely, because you would blow up and something big like that happen. Abso-fucking-lutely. She happened to do it and got that. She got lucky. She happened to be in that. And then since then, it's just, she's been just taking off on social media and skyrocketing. And that's great. Awesome. Good for her. Like, ride that fucking train, girl, as long as you fucking can, okay? Mm-hmm. I would be doing the same exact shit. And like you said earlier, Bear, if Warzone came to me and said, "Do you want to be a captain?" I would be absolutely. I would say yes.
Yes.
So this is not This is not her in particular.
I don't fault her for agreeing or accepting the nomination.
Exactly.
It's not that.
I would accept it too. You would fucking accept it. You would absolutely. We would all accept it if we were invited. It's more of with Activision.
Or the host of the tournament. Activision is sponsoring it, but
whoever,
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know who picked out the captains or whatever. But
it's tough.
What it does is it looks a specific way in the industry. I don't care that she's a female. It could be a male. It could be anyone that is in like, you know. I will say this though. I do like it that they are giving people that aren't necessarily big, huge streamers a chance. I just don't think it was in the right reasons. You know what I mean? They would not have chose her if she didn't get recognized by Nick Merckx and got
100%
go viral.
Her content, like she was growing. She was at a good pace. She was a medium-sized content creator, but she blew up because of that situation. Yeah. And like TikTok, alone. After the Nick Merckx thing happened, which actually I saw that live. I remember thinking it was so funny when it happened live. I pulled her up. She had like 30 something, maybe 40,000 on TikTok. She's got 250, 300 now. You know, she's just, all of her social medias have blown up because of it, because she got recognized. And then to her credit, again, she has a foundation that when the spotlight shined on her, she was able to recognize that and capitalize. She already had the high quality stream and the content to match it and her brand identity.
She's gorgeous. She is so fucking pretty. It's like, I look at her and I'm just like, I want your body. You know? But we can't compare ourselves to other people. But regardless, I agree. I feel the same. Especially Bear, you're more of a Warzone gamer than I am, and so that's why you're very passionate about this.
I am. I take it very seriously. I invest so many hours into the game, and when you have it'd be like in any sport if they did an all-star game and then took an amateur and put him in there. It's not anything against that amateur for agreeing to, it just doesn't belong. And I think it's going to be recognized. If she was named as a squad leader, like that second tier of content creators, which I know a few of these people who are building their own teams and going to be drafted by the captains.
Yeah.
No issue. You wouldn't hear me say a word about it. She
did say in her Twitter that she is the second most watched female in Warzone, stream wise. She said she's the second most watched female. Maybe it's not stream wise. I would have to look back, but she did say that because she was addressing all the hate. She has been getting hate for it, and I do feel bad because it's not. She did like
it's not her.
None of us would ever say it's not on her. If they approached me, I would be like, "Fuck yeah, I'd be a fucking captain."
I'm not popping into her stream and being like, "Why the hell did you do?"
And we're not. No. And this is just, we're a podcast. This is what we fucking do. We talk about news and we're all allowed to have our opinions and how we feel about it. You guys can agree or disagree. You can be happy for her. We're happy for her. That's great. Mm-hmm. Do we feel that it is necessarily fair? No. I don't know if that's true though. Is she the second most watched female?
Probably.
But before Nick Merckx though, the whole Nick Merckx thing. No,
she had, I don't know the exact number, but if I had to ballpark where I think she was in the low hundreds. I think so.
No, I don't know. No. I think she wasn't in the low hundreds. When I think I've seen her again, and we're not picking apart or anything. No, she was 1,000 or she was 800. I think. Or I want to say she was up there before Nick Merckx thing. Because she'll pop up in like recommended channels and stuff like that. But again, not going into detail. I don't like even.
This isn't. It's not about her. It's not about her.
It's not. It's just yeah. It is what it is. There's nothing else we can really do about it. I hope she does well. I hope this all goes well. God damn it! I need to start playing random fucking duos
in the morning.
Is there a famous streamer out there that gets thousands and thousands of views that can help me? Please, thank you, because I would love that. That would be amazing.
This is week number 2 of us calling out Tim the Tatman. Timmy, we're open to play. We're ready.
Tim, come on, Tim. Let us play with you. Anybody? I would love to I just random queue with someone. I would love to just get a little bit of clout from somebody at some point. You know what I mean? No. But the whole thing is, have I had opportunities where I could do something like that? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I've just been grinding myself. It's a hard grind. Don't get me wrong. But if those opportunities happen to you, you fucking take them.
Correct.
And that's what she did. She's fucking taking those opportunities, and good for her. It's just overall the invite, because I know there are a few. I mean, what about Zadra? I mean, she doesn't have. I don't give a.
I don't know
fuck.
how good of a player she is. I know she's good. I don't know how good she is.
She's a goddamn operator.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, she's decent.
I know she is. She's Mara.
She's good.
I know she's good. I don't know if she's like.
No, she's good.
Is she like
But
a
I
2
would
KD
rather-
good? 3 KD good?
I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying content-wise and qualification-wise, maybe not necessarily KD-wise, but she's in the goddamn game.
I'll put it
that would
this
be
way.
Fucking sick.
I'll put it this way. If you would have put her up there, you probably wouldn't have gotten a lot of backlash. You would have had a lot of people say, yo,
No.
that's dope.
Yes, because she's fucking badass, and
Correct.
I literally want to have her fucking babies because I love Zadra. Like,
she's out there
oh my
hunting
God.
catfish and putting her hands in the fucking.
Oh my God.
She's
I
a
want to be your
badass.
friend so bad. Zadra, if you ever listen to this, which you probably won't, can we be friends, please? Because you're so fucking badass. I would literally go, oh, okay, sorry. Anyways,
Yo, where were we about to head with that one?
I don't know, but I was excited for it. I'm in it. No, but yeah, I think it's gonna blow over.
It will.
And it is what it is.
It's just during the announcement. And if you guys are excited for the World Series of Warzone and a fan of violence, speed, and momentum, I got some breaking news for you as well, because the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Disrespect will not be participating in the World Series of Warzone. On first initial glance, you say, well, what the hell? Why? And then you realize because they're partnered with Twitch Rivals. I mean, Twitch Rivals is going to be hosting it, obviously, as this is what they do. And Dr. Disrespect's background and this history with Twitch is a no-go.
It makes sense though. But
It does.
I saw something on Twitter. What's the guy that reports all the news on Twitter? He's got like a red caption, like with a power button or something. He wrote on there saying, I've been told by multiple sources why he's been banned on Twitch, and he's just and then the guy literally wrote, let me see if I can find it. On, you keep talking.
Yeah, I'd be very curious about it. I mean, Dr. Disrespect still stands by the stance of he still doesn't know, which is just complete and utter horseshit. He knows what happened, and he probably has an NDA in line where they promise not to sue or to go after him if he promises not to talk about. Lawyers got engaged and shit like that. But yeah, you won't be seeing the Doctor during the Twitch Rivals tournament, which I think would have been fun.
Right here. Rod Breslau, a slasher on Twitter.
Oh,
He goes,
yeah.
look, for several hours now, I've been told from credible sources the reason Dr. Disrespect has been banned. However, due to the importance and sensitivity around the subject, I've refrained from going on it. I don't feel comfortable with it currently.
Interesting.
That's that's weird.
You knew it was something
Weird.
big. You knew it was something big.
Yeah,
More
because
than
Twitch
just-
wouldn't just ban one of their biggest content creators like that. No fucking way.
With
There's
no
something.
explanation. And I always have believed it's more than just, well, he was thinking about building his own platform and thinking about no, there was something way bigger behind the scenes that took place or happened. And
That's so fucking
one
weird.
day we'll know. I think there's other creators that know as well.
Yeah, but they're not going to say anything to
No.
it. If they do say anything, they guarantee you that Dr. Disrespect will come after him and sue them.
Oh yeah, everyone's so protective of their brand, but like when Nick,
you say anything.
when Nick's been asked about it, like you can see on his face, he's like, I can't say it, Like,
Yeah. You can't. You can't.
Twitch did drop a ban hammer for something that's becoming more and more of an issue, but something to be aware of in case you fall into this. I'm gonna butcher her name. I think it's French, but Jubilee, maybe it's Spanish. Blais, Blais, Blaise.
Blaise.
Got banned on Twitch for promoting her OnlyFans. If you guys don't know, OnlyFans does qualify under the TOS as sexual conduct, and
everyone knows that.
yeah.
You can't
Don't do
that.
it. Don't do it. But again, I think it goes into these people and these new content creators who are just kind of
They
tiptoeing
don't know
in.
what they're doing.
No.
They don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. They don't understand. Like, they don't fucking know. Of course you're going to... What? Please tell me. I hope she's not complaining about it, because that would be stupid on her part.
I didn't
if she's
see
even
any
fucking-
statement in the article that I read. It was no statement against her. Really, the article was purposed and positioned as more an educational and a telltale to say, don't be this person.
Don't do it. But I fucking know that, and I don't even have an OnlyFans. Like, these
That we
new
know
people,
about.
At Twitch, you know what? I think Twitch does have a lot of videos and tool.
That just registered.
Where's my Twizzler? Q in. Do. There's a lot of them. I don't know.
You just picked up like 12 Twizzlers. Where's my Twizzler? Picks up the whole pack.
They're all connected.
I'm sure.
I think Twitch does have videos and stuff for new people to go over what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to, but no one takes the time to fucking read it.
No.
So I learned everything on Twitch by word of mouth and people telling me what to do and what I shouldn't do. Some was horrible advice. A lot of it was good advice. But I can't believe no one told this girl, like, you cannot promote OnlyFans. It's the same thing with what was it?
I mean, anything in that.
Fuck, I can't remember. Yeah, I forgot something else that OnlyFans is like you cannot promote it on. But needless to say,
Just be smart with what you're doing.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are going to learn through her mistake. Read TOS.
Yeah.
Or if you don't know, look up a YouTube goddamn video going over the do's and don'ts, what you can do and what you can't do on Twitch, period. The only thing what about this one, Bear? I've been seeing a lot of people streaming, reviewing TV shows on YouTube, like people with weird eating habits or hoarders or people that are cheap people that like only live a certain way, like those TLC shows.
Yeah, I think if you're watching the rights are owned by. The only way I think there would be a way around that is if it's part of that like Amazon watch party that you can do technically.
No, they're not watching the show. They're watching clips of the show on YouTube.
Yeah, but
what would you do or what would you do or whatever. But people are XQC does it all the time.
I know, but I think I think by technicality, the rights of that show are owned by the network. So, like, if it really was an issue,
but if XQC can get away with streaming to 100,000 people a show, like, it's just like, where's the fucking gray area? Like, I would love to sit there and review.
If nobody's pushing on Twitch's door, I don't think Twitch is going to push on you, right? With DMCA, they have the music industry pounding on their door saying we're coming in. So they're coming back at us saying, listen, we got to start cracking down. I don't think the networks are necessarily doing that. And maybe the networks don't care just because it's free publicity for them.
Yeah.
But technically, I think it's copyrighted material. It's owned by the studio.
You're right.
Otherwise, I'd be watching Love Island nonstop. I'm super into Love Island. Let's get into some E3 coverage. Listen to this epic music. This is all I got. This is my only drop for this, so we're using the same epic music that we have always used. You might not be able to hear it as well as the people listening at home will. But it's some pretty epic E3 coverage, hot off the press, coming from somebody who spent way too much time sitting in on these meetings. Let's talk about just a couple of the big things. So I've said
about the big things and like the stuff that is like the big parts. I want to know.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about the little things. We're not going to talk about little things here.
I like the big parts.
Big things. Yeah. We're big things only around here. Where's my bell? Got it. Another Skittle went down the hatch. Oh
my God.
Let's start here. Let's start with, I'm going to talk about something I actually haven't made any content on yet. Nobody's talking about, but this is right in your wheelhouse. So we'll start because I want to get your 2 cents. They announced a new Among Us update that happens tomorrow, June 15th, which by the time you guys listen, this is already in play. Here's what's coming. Here's what was in the video. 15 person lobbies. So you have mentioned in the past, hey, we got this gigantic map. I wish there was more people I could bring in. We're now able to have 15 person. When it releases on console, there's going to be crossplay initiative, which I think on June 15th, it's now officially going to be on Xbox. So you can have console players playing with PC players, which I still think it's a better game for PC, but who knows? But then they tease some other really cool things, new graphics and new details, which is just whatever. That's aesthetic. But like there was one really quick scene where a non-imposter was picking up a gun, and on the table were like 4 guns. So is there a way that like non-imposters can pick up weapons and potentially like defend themselves or fight back or kill people or something? I don't know. I don't know the direction that they're heading, but would love your 2 cents on it and just that general direction.
They're reaching and they're trying.
Grasping.
They are trying. It is a dying game, unfortunately. I played it the other night and viewer-wise not as high as my normal, but I still had so much fun though. I fucking love the game. Personally, I love playing it, and I love playing around with everybody else that play it also, but it's fucking boring because it's the same shit, and they are trying so fucking hard to bring this game back to life, and unfortunately, they missed their fucking window. And I know they're a small dev, like, they're not that big, but when you get that much popularity that quickly, then you are expected to come out with new shit. Any new maps? Was there any new maps announced?
Not that I saw.
No? I don't give a fuck then.
Yeah.
Because that's all I fucking care about. The maps are what it's at.
I
The
would-
new map they launched is way too fucking big. They need more smaller maps to make it more fun and interesting because it's fucking boring right now. That's it. They had a window of where they should be. You should have been popping out fucking content. I don't care if they hire 50 more people, they missed that window.
They don't even need to hire
no one
anybody.
cares.
What they need to do is allow for mods and like not Twitch mods, like modifications to be downloaded and applied. So like an open community, like a lot of games like Skyrim, like Diablo, they have these servers where literally you can log on and see like popular mods that people have built and coded that you can download and apply.
They do though. They
Oh, do they?
We have yeah, there's proximity chat where you
but
can
that's
hear
a third
people
that's
and
a
talk.
third party app. I'm saying they need it built into the game where it's not a third party.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, but they haven't yet, and I don't understand why they wouldn't. Maybe they own the fucking third party. I don't know, but they none of the big content creators are playing anymore. They're done playing it.
Correct.
They're not going to play it again. They missed their window when they launched that big huge map. That was their point where they could have brought someone. It took them how long to launch that map, by the way? We were waiting
8 months.
fucking forever.
Yeah.
They should have. They stopped coming out with new maps and they stopped innovating it. Now they're doing it. It's too fucking late though.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
too late.
A couple other things that were really, really cool. I'm going to just hit on these. Battlefield 2042 looks like a win. We'll continue to see. I like the Battlefield games. That's going to be
That
coming.
looks so fucking cool. You know, jumping out of the plane with the RPG and then.
Well, so they actually
fucking
they
cool.
actually showed some actual gameplay footage during the E3 conference later, and it looks beautiful. It looks like traditional Battlefield. If you're a Battlefield fan, it's going to be great. Halo Infinite definitely continues to fire up, and they officially gave it a release date of holiday season this year. So we're going to see it in 2021, which is great. No battle royale mode, which is not a problem. It's a Halo game. I'm not worried about that. Campaign looks fucking epic. But the biggest thing that came of this, two things that I love from the Halo news. Number one, free to play multiplayer. So you do not need to buy the game to play multiplayer, which is interesting because I know a lot of BRs have done this. Now it looks like they're doing it with multiplayer. Free to play multiplayer.
Let's fucking go, dudes. You don't have to buy a $60 game. You can just download it for free.
If you want the campaign,
you know why?
You got to buy it. It's because they're going to do all the DLCs and shit, and you got to buy all those packs and skins. They know they're going to make their money just the same way everyone else is.
They're absolutely working their way up to launching a BR at some point.
Oh, 100%. They've already announced that they're going to. It just won't be at launch. But free to play is awesome, and then it's optimized for 4K at 120 on console, which is insane. That's insane graphics for console.
Just making it so much sweeter to go switch back to controller. I want to switch to
Come on
controller.
home.
Oh wait, console or whatever.
Come on home. Back for Blood looked great. There was a new Avatar game that they showed that was phenomenal.
I fucking saw that. Avatar's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I cannot wait for that. So it's just like it's just an Avatar game, right?
It's an open world Avatar game.
Shut your fucking mouth. Oh my God, I'm about to lose it. No, it's not.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an open world Avatar game and actually the initial scene, a lot of people don't know this, the initial scene was filmed in the game engine that they're using. So I know it's not going to be perfect and it's not going to look exactly like that when you go to play, but it's going to be damn fucking close.
What? Dude, oh my God. Oh my God. They're doing this because the second one's coming out and I'm
for
so excited.
sure they're playing into it. But
listen, that world and that concept and that idea is so fucking cool. It's so fucking cool. Let's hope they bring this home run. Let's hope it is not a fucking fail like Cyberpunk was. Let's hope that you're expecting greatness. That's what I fucking want.
It's Ubisoft who's doing it. So this is the same company that does the Tom Clancy's and the Assassin's Creed and the Far Cry's. It's Ubisoft. I mean, it's going to be a good game.
It's going to be good. I'm not getting my hopes up for anything. You never fucking know, but yeah, that's awesome. Is it exclusive?
So it's Microsoft. So a lot of times with Microsoft, what they're doing is anything that's on Microsoft is also on Windows. So it's exclusive between there. It excludes PlayStation. Is pretty much what they're doing.
Okay.
I don't think there's any games, and I could be wrong on this. Don't quote me. I don't think there's any games that are Xbox exclusives, meaning that is maybe Halo, maybe.
But I'm saying not on but not for the PlayStation.
Yeah, a lot of that is. Yes. I mean, but that's what PlayStation.
I vented on Twitter. I vented on Twitter just in general about the whole thing because you know what I did yesterday? I looked up how much a new Xbox was and trying to get myself get my hands on a new Xbox. Fucking $1,000 at Walmart. You can suck a big old fucking peen on that fucking shit.
Yeah, it's
$1,000. And I looked up, retail should have been $500.
correct.
They're literally price gouging. Like it should be illegal to do that. I'm fucking pissed. So I vented on Twitter about it, and it's like, you know, luckily I have a PC, but feel bad for PlayStation people or feel bad for Xbox people that want to get a PlayStation to play the new ones. I just hope, you know, that they just, I don't know. Can't make shit exclusive unless you can get your hands on it, and you can't get your hands on fucking shit anymore.
Correct.
So it is what it is.
Correct. And unfortunately, the one thing I was actually hoping to get out of E3 was on the tech side, a better idea of when consoles become available. Like, hey, we're planning on being fully supplied by holiday season, and they didn't talk about it at all. Which means
of course they're not.
Which means that they don't have a fucking plan.
Because God forbid they say that it's going to be ready by this point and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And they know what's going on right now because they're probably making a good amount of money on it because they like it. People are willing to pay more for the whole thing. You know, like it's so fucking dumb. So, you know what? It is what it is.
Yep.
So
I get it. Highlighting just a couple other things. Far Cry 6 had a couple of cutscenes, continues to be exciting. New DLCs coming for games like AC Valhalla. Was interesting to hear Ubisoft talk about that they're staying committed to AC Valhalla they're saying this is the longest we've ever been committed to a game. Usually they release a couple of DLCs, then it's like, what's our next project? They're saying that they're not only going to finish out this year, but next year working on only AC Valhalla stuff, which is interesting.
Yeah, because I think they also put a lot of more time and money into this one because this is, you know, every Assassin's Creed always, not necessarily story-wise and time frame-wise, like not like you might like some stories and not like the others, but every Assassin's Creed that comes out, the graphics and everything just get better and better and better. And this one, because of Valhalla, like they put so much into this one that for they want to keep it going as long as they can. They're not ready to move on to their next one. And if they might be in creation for their next one, but as soon as the next one comes out, it loses out.
Everyone
the
hops.
other one's obsolete. This is such an overall amazing world, like a Viking world that I think is really popular right now. Vikings started becoming popular a couple of years back. You know, they came out with a Vikings TV show. You know, and all that does is it takes over. It's the same thing with zombie games. Zombie was huge when Walking Dead was around. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be. But remember when Walking Dead, they were popping out zombie video games left and fucking right because when I was in high school, zombies were like the cool thing. They had zombie runs where there was obstacle courses. You had to go outside, like athletic obstacle courses to run around and get chased by zombies. You know, they don't do it anymore because it's not popular anymore. But I feel like Vikings is that same wave that's coming through right now, and they're riding it too, you know, with Valhalla. And it's such a beautiful game, and there's so much you can do with it, especially when you start talking about the gods, and it's really fucking cool. So that's dope. I'm excited to see what their new concept for their next Assassin's Creed will be, because it's always different and you know,
innovative.
They're you know what I would love to see?
What?
I know it's based on history per se, but I feel like we're kind of moving. I would love to see an Assassin's Creed prehistoric.
Yeah, so like Far Cry when they went primal type of like.
I hated that one, by the way.
Yes, terrible Far Cry game, but that that time zone is what you're kind of talking about.
But I'm saying is like an assassin in that like realm with dinosaurs. I think that would be so fucking cool, dude.
I always thought after playing the first three and the trilogy, I always thought they were going to link that to the modern day. Like eventually the reason why they kept doing this break forward and this time lapse and people looking back is because eventually you were going to be playing the character in the futuristic time, moving around the city and basically becoming an assassin in what I don't know what time year it is, 3000 or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I thought that would be really dope.
You know what else I would love to see? I would love to see, yes, it's an open world, but I would love to see Assassin's Creed turn into like a GTA kind of feel to it, where you can go into different like it's interactive and you can do different things. Like it's really an interactive world, kind of like what Cyberpunk is, but because right now all you can do is go into town and you can do like some side missions and go to like, you know, like a person that makes swords. What are those called?
A blacksmith.
Blacksmith. Or you can go to a clothing place, but I feel like there could be so much more. There is so much more to the game I don't know, but I would love to see it take that route of like GTA like online. I don't know. That would be fucking cool.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. That'd be really dope. And being able to like clan up with other like live members and do raids together and things like that. That'd be really sweet.
Yeah.
Bunch of other games were announced, guys. Nothing necessarily worth hitting on. There's a bunch of big titles and big announcements, things you guys I'm sure can see on Twitter or YouTube, but those are at least the ones that we wanted to hit on today. We got some really good mailbag questions. We got a couple minutes left. Let's just hit a couple of these and then I will send you on your way.
Mail came.
The mail is here.
You know whose mailbag that is?
I do.
You got questions? We got answers. Time for the mailbag.
Did that touch your lips? Did that touch your lips?
No, I put it down.
Are you lying?
It touched a little. I put it down. I gotta get the fuck out of this room, dude. I need to throw away these Skittles and shit. Like, there goes my fucking workout for the day. Fuck! Don't ding me. Don't ding
I already
me.
did. I already did.
No,
it touched your lips. You know it.
Did not.
Let's get into. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. All right, mailbag. Do you know that reference? Oh, that's
right over my head.
That's from The Room.
Know.
I got a ton of these, you guys. You guys answered some really questions, but we got time for just a couple. So let me.
Yeah.
This is a fun one. This comes from Dawson out on Twitter. Wants to know, do you guys ever bounce ideas off of each other for TikToks or shorts? Like send each other before posting for input, or you just freely do based on the algorithm what's been working for you?
Dawson. I like that name. Dawson. Like Dawson's Creek. Dawson. I like it.
The reality is no. When we produce so much content that we're not using each other in that way. But where our friendship, I think, does, and this is a great example. Like when we were talking about the World Series of Warzone TikTok that I made, right? To get somebody's input that I trust, I sent it to Tails to say, hey, how do you view this? It's coming.
What did I say?
You told me.
What did I say?
Told me not to post it.
I told you not to post it, and he fucking posted it anyways.
I'm looking for input, not just.
I said, make sure if you're gonna post it, make sure to caption it. So because people are always gonna be out there twisting your words and making it seem like you're trying to whatever, do it this way when you're not. And I was just trying to protect you. But overall, I think our friendship is more of behind the scenes and us helping each other out and getting each other's opinions about certain things.
And bigger picture
not really
stuff.
Necessarily. What?
Bigger pictures. Like we talk a lot.
Oh, I thought you said my pictures of myself. I'm like, no, I don't send you selfies.
Oh my
like,
gosh, I get so many pictures from Tails, guys. Holy cow.
All right.
So many Twizzlers.
No, I send him elbow pictures. He enjoys
they're
that.
So zesty.
If you don't know, now you know. No, I think we bounce stuff off in regards to what we think, our journeys together and that stuff. But we're so content driven that we have our own stuff going on. We don't really, besides the TikToks and the content we put out for the podcast, we're separate in regards to our streams.
The day-to-day stuff, 100%. We'll have more bigger picture conversations about like what's happening with the algorithm or, like, hey, what's going on with YouTube Shorts? Are you seeing success here? But that's big picture stuff, the day-to-day stuff, the day-to-day grind, the content we produce. I mean, we have such good, unique brands in between us that there's no need to get that type of validation. We're just so confident in what we're doing and how we're doing it. We'll grab one more here.
No, do two more. We got time.
All right, I'll pick this one because this one's kind of short. Wants to know, God, which one do I want here? Okay, we'll pick this one. Sarah,
you're so decisive that if that was me trying to pick a question out, I would literally be looking at that for like 5 minutes because I am so indecisive. Like, I can't believe that you can even just pick and just decide. I'm blown away.
I write the ones that I like. I mean, we get a ton of submissions, you guys. Anytime I post, we end up with anywhere from 30 to 50 submissions as far as questions, which is awesome. Thank you guys for sending these in. Seriously, they help us so much. But we pick them down. This one goes, Sarah K wants to know, where did the idea from the podcast even come from? I'll let you kind of share the story. How did we start? Tell me a tale.
I think we how did I find you TikTok, right?
I reached out to you. So our friendship first started with a member of my community who also follows you, reached out to me and being like, this girl, SWEEETTAILS, who I knew of you, but we had never interacted because I knew that you were growing. Yeah, super popular on TikTok.
I'm kidding.
But reached out and said she just mentioned on stream that she's looking for people to collab with that would be fun and could make content. And she's the person in my community is like, you need to jump on this. You guys would be fun together. So then I reached out to you, and you were like, absolutely, let's connect. This was kind of last year. And then you were like, let's reach out. And then I never really followed up, which is my fault.
Oh, you motherfucker!
I ghosted you. I ghosted you.
Remember! You fuckface. I remember. Fuck you on Twitter. We reached out to each other on Twitter, right? And I said, cool, message me. And this fucker literally doesn't even message me on Discord and completely just dropped the ball. And I was fucking pissed because I was like, I put time into it, and I'm like, does he not want to fucking create content with me? Like, you're so like, I was like, snip, snip. I want to cut you off because in this industry, like,
first impressions,
that is like a risk. It was first impressions is everything, guys. I was fucking done. Then he finally reached out to me. He was like,
I was super proactive after that. I started, because he was
up my ass.
Yeah, I was like, why aren't you responding to me?
And I was just like, because I was pissed. I'm like, I'm not giving this guy time. We eventually ended up linking up, and did we have a conversation on the phone first?
No, I think the first time that we actually physically talked was on stream, and that first time that we ever streamed together was complete vibes, and then we started to build a friendship, and then you and I both talked. We both had the idea to start a podcast at one point separately. Like, your community was asking for a podcast. I was thinking about doing it. And then there literally was just one day where I was just like, why are we not doing this together? Yeah,
because people were like, you guys need to do a podcast together. And we're just like, okay. And then I didn't pull the trigger. You pulled it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 100%.
You were the one like, hey, you want to do a podcast with me?
And here's what we could talk about.
I was about to ask you, but I just was on the fence with it. Do I have enough time to do a podcast? If I do a podcast, I want it to come out right. And then we were trying to figure out our logo, and we were back and forth on that one too. And we were, but here we are. Now we did it. That was a good question.
There was another one. All right, this is the last one we'll do from Salesman. I like this question a lot. So I have a child. Imagine you have one. Okay, if your child comes to you right around the age of 7 to 10 years old,
I have a food baby,
a little Skittle baby.
This is not. I don't know where you get the fucking word "little" from, but this is the.
Because you're tiny.
Look, I can make it talk.
If your child comes to you right around the age of 7 to 10 and comes to you and says that they really want to get into content creation for YouTube, Twitch, etc., all the platforms, the whole smorgasbord, how are you responding and what do you say?
If it's monitored, absolutely. Like, that's fine. But school comes first.
Yeah. 100%.
And my parenting abilities and who I am as a person and what I believe in and morals and stuff like that, I think it will be different because I'm actually living it and I know it. And I know what should be good for a 7 to 10-year-old. 7 to 10, right?
Yeah, that's what that in the question. That's the age range. That
if they want to, I think there's a lot to learn. I think there's a lot of a sense of responsibility and discipline to learn being a content creator. Do I believe that they would stick with it and blah, blah, blah? I mean, it all depends on what they want to do. I'm not against it, though, but the content creation world can be very cruel, and I would do everything I could to protect them from that. Mm-hmm. So meaning I would have to, obviously, they're underage, 7 to 10. I would have to monitor exactly what they're posting, where they're posting, and what exactly they're doing, just because there's some fucking weirdos out there.
Tons.
Like, are they going to be playing video games? Are they going to want to record themselves? Or is it, I know there's a lot of successful children YouTubers out there that review toys and stuff like that. Like, that would be something I'd be okay with. I would be hesitant to do, like, I don't know, something where they could just really get not in good situations or get hurt. I don't know.
I'm right there with you. I am 100% behind them doing it from the standpoint of the skills that child would learn doing this would immaculately help them. Learning how to edit, learning how to create content.
Yeah, because school doesn't teach you shit, dude.
No, to be comfortable in front of a camera and to be able to, produce and to be organic and not rely on other people to, be funny or what, all those little skills that it kind of teaches you that you don't really realize on top of the computer and the tech and the graphic design stuff. Like, I think that'd be dope, but it would have to be heavily monitored. What type of content are they playing? When are they doing it? Obviously, yeah, to your point, school has to come first. What level are they outputting it? What about this? What if your child came to you 18 just graduated and said, instead of doing whatever, I want to go do content creation? That's tough for me.
That's tough because here's the reality. Unless he's been doing it,
or she,
sorry, he or she has been. See. Unless they've been doing it already and they already have a following and they prove that they can actually be successful at it, then I'd go for it, right? They have this momentum going. Not everybody is going to make it as a content creator. Not everybody is going to make it as a Twitch streamer. You want to, everyone wants to, but it's not something that comes to be, everyone becomes very successful at doing it. No. So it does scare me. I didn't go to college, but I'm also doing very well for myself, I feel, compared to where I came from. And I worked very hard, and this is where I was at because I have that. And I've known that since the beginning because of my growth. And your growth is what solidifies the fact that what you're doing is right.
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe let them take a year off. I took a year off of school when I graduated high school, and I went to community college. I wasn't going to get into fucking debt. I would rather stay at home with my parents, live rent free, which I was able to do. I know a lot of people don't have that, but I will absolutely push my children if they want to do content creation to maybe at least go to community college part-time, or I would maybe give them a year.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The thing is once you stop going to school for a year, it's very hard to get back into it after that. So that would be that would be like the devil's advocate on it. I would just have trouble. They would need to prove to me. I mean, they do whatever they want. They're 18 years old, but it just, in regards to how I would parent it and how I would support it, I would support what they would want to do. But I would also push them at, they need to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
I've always had a backup plan because if streaming was to end one day, where would I be and how would I be able to even live my fucking life, right? If I were,
So many comments I could make.
What? Bear, say the comment.
I'm good. No, I agree with you. I don't think in today's day and age, school is as much as a necessity as it used to be from a college standpoint. No. But you need to be doing something. You can't just be leisurely letting the days fly by. So if you're not going to school, you need to be working and honing a craft and getting good at something and learning in other ways. Because you're still in that age where you're going to be just absorbing all the fucking information you can. And whether that's through life practical application, like content creation would be, or something, like a skill-based job or even just reel-based, like any type of job. You don't necessarily need to go to school to get that anymore. And you got to be doing something, though. That's where I would be.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I agree.
Thank you so much for vibing with us. Episode 14 of the podcast, you guys. We love you so much. What was that?
I don't know. I have a fucking sugar rush right now because I ate like a handful of Skittles and fucking Twizzlers, and I got to stream in about an hour. And because I'm eating sugar, I'm gonna have a fucking crash, and I already know it. I'm fucked.
You're gonna do great, you guys. You can find us on all the major platforms, whether you listen to us audio on Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, or maybe you watch us out on YouTube. Please make sure to subscribe. Drop a wonderful, wonderful review, guys. You gotta help us so much.
Yeah, review us,
Beach. I hope you all are doing fantastic. Seriously, until next time, stay safe, stay happy, and happy gaming, guys. Bye.
Sayonara, amigos.
That was another episode of the Bear and Tails podcast.
You want more?
Oh my God, I would love some.
Make sure to subscribe and share and catch both Bad Bear Gamer and SWEEETTAILS live on their streams out on Twitch.
We're just big vibes, you know what I mean?
I hope you guys enjoy it.
Don't forget to follow the show on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram
at Bear and Tails Podcast.